bear with me here. This is going to be the very last formula. There's a lot that goes into this one. So we do have our average velocity here, and that's equal to xf minus xi divided by delta t. Let's take this and just solve it out for xf. So how do we do this? Let's multiply both sides by delta t and then add xi onto both sides of the equation. Minus xi. Adding xi to both sides of the equation, we'll have v times delta t plus xi, and that's equal to xf. Now, this is once again our average velocity, and we know that average velocity is equal to this over here. So let's do a substitution. So we have vi plus vf divided by 2. And our delta t, hey, you know what? Do you remember this formula from before? I know that we actually solved this out to say that vf is equal to vi plus acceleration times delta t. But in this form, what we can actually do is solve this out for delta t. And the easiest way to actually go about doing this, once again, I explained this to you before, is we could do a simple switch out. So we have delta t is equal to vf minus vi divided by acceleration. So being that this is what delta t is equal to, let's do a substitution. So we have average velocity times our delta t, and we're just going to do that substitution. So this is going to be multiplication, because we're just going to be dropping down our multiplication sign, right? And this is going to be plus xi, and that's going to be equal to xf. Multiplying the denominators, that's going to be fairly simple, right? Because it's just 2a. Multiplying the numerators, we're going to have to do a FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. I'll tell you what, all math teachers, I hate the idea that everyone teaches FOIL. All I actually think about this is it's a double distribution. This is the way I think about FOIL. First, outer. Isn't that just a distribution? Followed by another distribution, inner, last. I always think about this as it's a double distribution. FOIL. Okay, you know what? That's just another thing to memorize. I like to conceptually think about it like this. Okay, so let's do the multiplication on this. Let's just multiply this out. All right, so vi times vf. Okay, so that's the first one. And then we have a positive vi times a negative vi. So this is going to give us a negative vi squared. A positive vi times a positive vi, well, that'll give us a positive vf squared. I know I just said vi there. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. And then we have a positive vi times, a positive vf times a negative vi, and that gives us a negative vi vf. And this is all over 2a. I'm sorry, I apologize for mixing up the VIs and VFs in my audio explanation there. And this is plus xi, and that's equal to xf. Okay, we have a little cancellation here. We have a positive vi times vf minus vi times vf. So these two will cancel out with each other. Do you see that? So this is a positive, this is a negative. These two cancel out. And all that we're left with is, I'm just going to do a little reordering here. We have vf squared minus vi squared divided by 2a plus xi, and that's equal to xf. Now, all I'm going to do is solve this out for vf squared. So here we go. Let's subtract xi on both sides of the equation. Okay, now once again we're solving out for our vf squared. So let's get rid of this division of 2a by multiplying both sides of the equation by 2a. I'm just going to come over here to do that. And now continuing to solve out for VF squared, let's add VI squared to both sides of the equation. And keep in mind, this is a positive 2a times this quantity over here, so. And that is our final kinematic equation.